bound to get together, bound to get together. She took my arm, I don't know how it happened. She took the floor and she said...
Not only is Jared McCain the best singer and TikToker in the NBA, but more importantly than that, what if I told you he was the best rookie in the NBA last year? I know he didn't win Rookie of the Year, and credit to Stephon Castle for winning the award and playing out the entire season, but as far as level of performance when he was on the floor, Jared McCain was the best performing rookie last season, and before getting injured, he was reaching a level of play that wasn't just impressive, it was the kind of play you see from future All-Stars. Just watch him here, get the ball out in transition. He drives into the paint, drawing Franz Wagner before kicking it out to PG and then relocating for the three. Even the little detail like the loop he put on that pass because of how close KCP was to PG is what is different about Jared McCain. His basketball IQ is through the roof, and that shows with his ability to get open for three-point shots, which he did consistently whenever he was on the floor last year. Watch him again on this play, where he starts in the corner. He tries to get the initial swing from Martin, which isn't there, but he keeps moving, and when Martin turns his head, McCain is there for him to make the pass, and he's able to knock it down. If Jared McCain doesn't have the awareness he has in that situation, that's either a turnover or some kind of tough contested fadeaway for Caleb Martin, which is effectively the same thing. Unless it's the Eastern Conference Finals versus the Boston Celtics. But this is what you'll notice with most of McCain's three-point shots. They look open by the time he catches the ball, but that's because he's constantly moving to the right spots on the floor to get open, which is a major skill in itself. He is doing the work before the ball reaches his hands to make the shot easier for himself and the pass easier for his teammates. And when I say he was playing like a future star, it's more than just some nice movement off the ball or some difficult shot making. From the 10th of November until the 27th of November, Jared McCain averaged 24 points per game, 4 assists, 3 rebounds, shot 46% from the field and 38% from 3 during a 9-game stretch in which he was surrounded by low-level talent. And he did this against the Cavs, the Magic, the Heat, the Clippers. This was a rookie playing like a first option at times against some of the best teams in the league and delivering in those games. And another thing about Jared's shooting as well is he has that extra range. Not exactly Steph Curry range, but 3 to 4 feet behind the line. Just look at this for example, where Ricky Council has the ball. Aldama is in position to help on the drive, but with McCain those extra few feet behind the line when he gets the ball, Aldama can't get out to contest the shot. So the only way he would be able to get in McCain's face would be to push up closer to him and potentially allow that driving lane. That is the advantage of that extra distance. And McCain is clearly an NBA junkie, because I even saw him pull out the no-dip 3 as well. And for all the sickies out there, that is the real test of someone being a truly elite shooter and someone tapped in with every single advantage possible to make yourself better. But the reason I'm so high on Jared after what I saw from him in his rookie season is because yes, he's going to be a great shooter. We saw that in college, but he showcased more off the dribble shot making as a rookie than he did in college. Do you know how rare it is to look more comfortable in the NBA than in college? Yet somehow he managed to do it. Look at him here against one of the best defenders in the league, Jonathan Isaac. Look at that filthy hesitation to freeze Isaac and then the footwork. Or this play, which is my favorite. With an elite guard defender on him in Jalen Suggs, he goes behind his back to get rid of Suggs initially, but then as Suggs recovers, look at the pivot and step through. That right there is what is different about Jared McCain. He mentioned Jalen Brunson being the guy he looks up to, Well, that's what has separated Jalen Brunson from other small guards. His footwork, his use of angles around the rim, and his ability to actually use his size to his advantage. Because we always talk about the disadvantages of being small in the NBA, but the advantage is how quick and nimble you can be relative to other guys like a Jonathan Isaac, who obviously has incredible length, but doesn't have the quickness that McCain has. And if you want to see more footwork from Jared, look at him here against Cam Johnson, crossing right, spinning back left, and then when the mid-range isn't there, look at the step through and the finish. Nothing is more satisfying or more effective than a small, shifty guard who has great footwork in the paint. And the other parallel you can see between Brunson and McCain is that strength, particularly the lower body and core strength. You can just see from these training videos in the off-season how strong his lower body is, and that just allows him to carve his way into the defense and find his spots on the floor. Just look at him here against Larson, going behind his back initially, and with Larson all over him, quite honestly fouling him, Jared absorbs that contact, spinning off it, and then having the craft to finish. Have I mentioned he was also lights out in the mid-range as a rookie? Did I mention he was consistently putting defenders like Karis LeVert on skates with that quick change of direction, that tight handle, and then the buttery jump shot? It's probably a good time to mention that, right? Because the same way he uses that strength, that craftiness, and that ability to get to the rim or get to his spots from beyond the arc, he was even more impressive in the mid-range. Never looking rushed, never looking sped up, sometimes even hitting players with the too small. Like here against Dennis Schroeder on the back down and just the fadeaway. Not often will Jared be able to just rise up over defenders like that, but just like everything else I've shown you, of course that's in his bag. And I haven't even mentioned his playmaking. Do you know Jared McCain had a 34-10 game against the Cleveland Cavaliers? The same Cleveland Cavaliers that were 12-0 entering the game, with the best defense in the NBA, and Jared put up 34-10 with Kelly Oubre as his second option. Just look at him here being pressed by Mitchell. Bonus sets the screen. Mobley is at the level 25 feet from the basket to prevent the three, and the perfect cross-court dime to Reggie Jackson, who can catch and shoot in one motion. Or look at him on this play where Drummond gives the handoff and he kind of fumbles it, so Diabate tries to jump the passing lane, but McCain does a great job at keeping his handle whilst getting away from the defense before getting the pass into Drummond, who finishes. I'm not sure if Jared McCain will turn out to be a point guard, but he really leverages his scoring, his shooting, and his off-ball ability to create advantages for other players, which in itself is such a crucial skill to have. And we saw it with the OKC Thunder, and we are seeing it more and more, that even if you're not a point guard, being able to playmake is a bare minimum skill. There is no room in the league for guys who can strictly score. And if you're a Sixers fan, luckily for you, Jared McCain is not one of those guys. Neither is VJ Edgecombe, and I just made a video about him, so if you want to check that out, consider clicking here. Subscribing to the channel for more content like this would be cool. Have a great day.